You play a super spy that has like bionic abilities. Like basically you can jump really far and like fall from like 10 stories and not die, and you're a hacker. So you have the unique ability to rewire the internal components of whatever you're playing. Okay, so right now he's discovering his ability. He's going to be thrown out of the window and fall down and discover he has this ability. So boom, he just fell, and that's what happened earlier at the very beginning of the game. So this game is called Gunpoint. And like I said earlier in the backstory, it's created by this Tom Francis guy, and he was the writer, I think, for like PC gaming or anything like that. So he created a game that kind of broke and had all the rules of stuff that he really enjoyed. There was a game called Deus Ex. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He really loved that game and did a lot of design components from the different outcomes into this game, even though he was limited by what he could do. You know what I mean? This was his first game. He's actually designing several other games that are in. He likes to blog about it and share it with the media. So it's if you're into like the indie developer process, then this is a game that you need to check out because you can follow it from like beginning to end. So we have this cell phone component. Like, okay, so you have a mission, and there's a storyline where this Melanie Rook hires you to break in and get some files, and along the way somebody dies, and they're thinking it's you. So you have to, and then somebody is like erasing all the data. So the plot line is you trying to clear your name and a bigger plot. There's other players that have not, and Melanie is just a pawn in the entire scheme. But there's a bigger plot going on. So you are a super spy, a tool to be used, but just a small figure compared to everyone else is trying to manipulate you and use you against everybody else. So it's pretty complicated. And so in between each level, you have this cell phone that gives you kind of what the mission is going to be. You can skip all of this and just start the game. And okay, so I'm going to end the call, and it's just going to begin, and you get paid. So the money that you use or you can get, you can buy upgrades to yourself, upgrades, bionic upgrades, or hacking tools or whatever, things like that. So right now you can charge your leaps, but I'm going to wait for a specific tool. So she's gonna tell me I need to go break in and check out and wipe the evidence because a guard was killed in the mission before, and I need to break into the office and wipe the data. So
Ah.
you begin, and you see dark and stormy. It's very film noir, very dark, very even his costume is classic film noir.
Yeah.
Check this out. What? Ooh. So there's gonna in most missions there's guards, and you have to get in the building and make it through the level without being seen. So you can be stealthy, you can be like a bull in a china shop and just wreck the place, whatever you want. And there is a time bonus. So I love jumping off the building, boop, and hitting. The sound of the thump is just great to me. So there's the inside of the building, and I've got to look for cameras. And so what I'm going to try to do in this mission, because I want everyone to see the different components. It's not till the next round that you really get to see the rewiring kind of puzzle mechanic of the game. So right now we're going to this computer over here. This mission is kind of a tutorial mission to show you, here I'm hacking the computer. I got what I needed. So instead of going back through down, there's a window here, and why not break the window, right? So I'm just to show it. Normally I wouldn't do this, but just to show the kind of the effects. And that mission is complete, and this is kind of a storyline mission. I made a lot of noise, so I got a little bit of penalty for that. So you get these achievements and rankings by how violent you are, how many witnesses you left behind, how much noise you made, and how fast you did the mission. So I got an A+ rating on essentially the easiest mission in the game. So she comes back, and I'm skipping through. That's one of the design elements that he made. And so I'm going to go through and see if I can't buy Crosslink yet. And let's resume. Okay, so this is the first time that we get the beginning of the guards. So this is all tutorial stuff, but it's not really. It's just kind of a built-in session. So there's a guard facing that way. I shouldn't approach the guard from that way, or he'll see me. And then he's got a gun. He can kill me. So what I'm gonna do is use the ceiling and pounce on him. And if you notice, the floor is getting very red because I'm pounding him to death.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's on the ground. The guard can still see me down there, so I'm going to turn off the lights. And I forgot. I'm hoping. I don't know if you can see me if I turn off the light. So I'm going to turn off the switch and then jump above it. He's going to come and check. You know, jump on him. Punch the shit out of him. Go into the open, because this door was locked. Only he could get in with fingerprinted technology. I hack it. And I'm done. And I got to get out. Go, gadget! See, I got a psychopath rating for violence. It didn't penalize me because I was playing it the way I wanted to play. So I'm up to $85. In this mission, now I get to buy my Crosslink. And this is the core of the game. This is the first time you get to see how the entire puzzle element of the game. And this is the first level. And it's actually kind of challenging. So Crosslink is this. You can see how the building is wired, and it's your job to rewire it so that the guards, like a mouse trap, will fall into place and do what you want. As so. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off this switch, and I'm gonna move this wire to that door. And you see that when I flip the switch, the door opens now.
That's pretty cool.
And I can hack. Now, there are no guards in this, so I'm okay. Like I said, this part is just a tutorial. Alright, now I'm going to go down into the railroad. And here's I think the first real mission. Alright, so here are the guards, and this is what the Crosslink looks like. So I can't. He's gonna see me if I head right above him. So I've got to get to a point to where he won't see me. I always forget what the puzzle is here. Light switch. Maybe the light switch goes to the door. So I can open the door, open and close now. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out of there. want it to be dark. So I go upstairs. Oh, and he shot me. And this is awesome because the guy who created this game was pissed off at games that where you had to go back and play like the last 3 minutes of a game because you made a fucking mistake somewhere in the game, right?
Yeah.
So he created this autosave system that, look, I can save it 1 second before I die, 6 seconds before I die, 11 seconds before I die, or restart the mission completely. So, because he kind of respected how people chose to play the game. So I'm gonna go number 1. Oh, and I died again. Maybe let's go number 2. Uh-oh, it's twitching now. That's funny. Oh, I created a loop! An energy loop. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna move this. I can't. Come on, how do you get rid of it? How do I go up there without being shot? Oh! How can... Oh, I got it! I remember! I remember now. Check this out. So, I've got to rewire this for... which is the security light. So what I want to do is... You see this sensor that opens and closes the door? It has a clear viewpoint right here. So, I want to move that to this light. So I'm going to create a chain. Okay, so you see, I think Doug, somebody like Doug would like this because you see how I'm creating electrical chains right now. This energy wave is going to this, and there's actually a light, right? A light fixture right here that I can set off if I can figure out how to do it correctly. Hey Delta, welcome to the feed. I'm explaining Gunpoint right now, and let's see if this worked. Okay, did not. It went straight to the light. I don't want it to go to the light. Ah, I found it. I think I got my... See? You see? How the electrical outlet is bursting with electricity and the guard was right next to it? So what I did is I created a chain. There's a light switch here. I created a lot of other stuff that I don't know how to get rid of. Okay, so I can get rid of... I'm just trying to get rid of something. Get away from me. Okay, and I really don't need a light switch anymore. Okay, so I flipped the switch and it turned on this sensor, which turned on this electrical outlet, which took out the guard.
Yeah.
But somehow I created a circuit which I don't know how to turn off. Okay, I think I would be okay if I go up there. Now I'm alive, the door is open, the guard's knocked out. Now I can hack it. And now I can leave. And the mission is complete. Okay, so This game is a side-scrolling platformer puzzle game, and I would recommend it to anybody out there that's interested in that type of game. It is an indie game. It's extremely well made. It's very witty. There is a plot and a storyline that people can really get into. So if there's anybody interested in like that, check out some of my other indie game reviews under the indie spotlight section of my YouTube videos section called the Zombie Professor. I am the Urban Watcher. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, thumbs up, follow, subscribe. It really helps my channel, and thank you very much.